So guys, it's good to be back with you again for another one of the shipping videos. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been doing this, and unfortunately I haven't been feeling so well. It's, I don't know, some lingering cold. It's been just kind of knocked me off my feet for nearly 3 weeks now. So I'm still not 100% right, but feeling better. And thankfully I'm getting away for a week for Easter. So I'm not actually going to be here with you next week. We actually closed down our production here for a week at Easter. And so I'm not going to be doing a shipping video, but the office staff and everybody still will be working. So if you do have any sales inquiries or anything like that, you'll still be able to get hold of the guys. We just won't be building guitars next week. So I'm looking forward to that, a little week in the sunshine in Cyprus. So what is the shipping video? If this is the first time that you've watched it, I doubt it is, because I know we have a lot of regulars, but it may be the first time you've seen a shipping video. And this is just a time every week where we bring together all the guitars that we've completed, put them all nicely on a rack. We put the names down and the flags of all the countries that they're going to, and we just have a look at who's bought what. And you know, like this is going to Bruce in Pennsylvania, and he's bought this beautiful X10 Slimline. And it's just nice to be able to give a shout out to you guys, the customers, and have a look at the beautiful guitars that you've designed on our 3D builder. And really nice selection of guitars today. Really nice variety of different colors and finishes and veneers, and different models. And that's what's fun about this. You just get to see how much variety there is in the Emerald range. And it is quite an unusual range of guitars. And we're going to start off with one of the most unusual in our range. This is going out to Bob in California. And this is the Synergy harp ukulele. And harp ukuleles are not a very common thing in the world. We do the harp guitars as well, the Synergy harp guitars, and they're probably much more common. But harp ukuleles are a pretty rare beast in the world. But I don't know why, because they're so beautiful. Beautiful to look at and beautiful to play. So basically you've got a tenor ukulele here and 4 extra bass strings. And it just allows you to play this beautiful extra accompaniment along with your ukulele playing. And it's not the hardest instrument in the world to master, and certainly make some nice tunes out of. Even I have been able to make the thing sound slightly musical, but not in public. But yeah, it's really quite something. This one's finished in a beautiful Laurel Preto veneer, and I love the coloration and the finish on here. And I think it really matches that beautifully. And it's got this black carbon back and sides. So I think this is a good time maybe to put in a little tiny clip of somebody playing a Synergy ukulele.
It's wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care for me. It's awfully nice, it's paradise. It's what I love to see. You've made my life so glamorous. You can't blame me for being amorous. Oh, it's wonderful, it's marvelous, then you should care for me.
So the second one we have going is going out to Raymond in Rhode Island, and this is our X10. The veneer on top here is Amara ebony, and it's good, just a wonderful coloration to it. Beautiful rich warm browns, and the black coloration running right the way through it. So really nice grain pattern on here. The X10 is our more compact acoustic guitar. It's got that really nice smaller compact body, and has a nice slim neck, beautiful C profile neck. It's 1 11/16 nut width, which is a little bit slimmer than a lot of our 6-string guitars. 1 3/4 is kind of our standard, so this is a little bit slimmer, and a very nice, very playable guitar. But really where this guitar excels is about its plugged in and amplified sound. So we've got the adjustable bridge with 6 piezos here. We've got the Crevo humbucker here. This is a custom wound humbucker that has been designed to really complement the acoustic sounds of this, and works really well with the phosphor bronze strings here. And because we've got 6 individual pickups, it allows us to trigger MIDI signals as well. So we've got a 13 pin out here using the Graphtec system, and that goes into to a MIDI module. So you can use it with something like a Roland GR55 or the Boss SY1000, which is an amazing system. So you got onboard controls, volume controls for each, patch up and down here, switching between guitar signals and MIDI signals, and switch between piezo and magnetic. So a lot of control on board, and you can even put a stereo output and split the piezos and the magnetic to really, you can do something really extreme with this. So fantastic stage guitar, beautiful acoustic sounds as well, and this is just beautiful to look at, and that inlay, the white vines with leaves, just really sets that off. So really special acoustic guitar there to start. So moving on, we've got Scott in Oregon, and this is another X10, and this one's finished with Clara Walnut. Another fantastic piece of veneer. Just the looks on this is really quite something. And and sometimes we have people will comment on our shipping videos, why don't you just play the thing? And I wish I could, and Stephen kind of showed me up a little bit in the last shipping video when he did some demonstrations, but unfortunately I'm not going to do it. But really what I like to do whenever I'm doing the shipping videos, look at the visual features, and that's what our 3D builder is all about. It's the visual details and the different technical specifications. And we have a YouTube channel where if you want to hear the thing, go there and visit that. Anyway, this is an X10, Mara ebony, same inlay as the previous one, the vines with leaves. This time is executed in silver with the gold here on the 12th fret. Back and side color is black carbon, and the pickup system is the High Vibe. And again, if you want to hear what the High Vibe's about, definitely go to our YouTube channel and have a look there. You'll find demo videos of the High Vibe. It's a really, really special system. Then we've got Anthony in is that Washington? I think that's how that's written there. So this is going to Anthony anyway. I think it says Washington, and this is a Paul Ferro X10. So same pickup system, the High Vibe, same black carbon back and sides, same inlay. So there's kind of a theme going on here. The vines with leaves. This one's in gold, and it's got the silver figure of 8 and a Paul Ferro veneer. So the next one is going to Slovenia, and actually visited Slovenia when I was like in my early 20s. Had a trip to Lake Bled, a beautiful place. So this is an X10 Slimline, and the veneer on top of this is Royal Ebony. I just absolutely love Royal Ebony. The pattern on this is beautiful, the definition, the coloration, this beautiful light wood, the blacks running through here. We've got greys, various tones of browns. It's just a beautiful patchwork, and it's a really, really amazing piece here. So the X10 Slimline is similar to this, except it's half the width. So we've taken it, we've slimmed it down, made it really focus more towards being very much a plugged-in stage guitar. Still has a really nice sound when you play acoustically as well. But yeah, this is really aimed at the plugged-in sound. Now this is a nylon version of that, so you've got the slightly wider neck, and it's got this is the Graphtec piezos here, and it's got K&K pure minis inside on this one. Oh no, sorry, actually, because I've seen the 2 volume controls. This is the piezos with the MIDI on this, and so nylon string is actually really great for MIDI. Tracks really well, and it just gives you that ability to have a nylon guitar with basically any sound that you want on board. So really beautiful nylon guitar. Again, same vines with leaves. That must have been very, very popular. I see another couple of them here. So that's the inlay of choice this week. Finished in white with the gold figure of 8 here. And Black carbon back and sides. I always say black carbon is a great choice with the Royal Ebony. I think just because it's got that black coloration through it, I think it just matches really well, and it just the black, it carries the black into the back and sides. So I really like how that looks. So that's a beautiful nylon guitar right there. So the next one up is Bruce in Pennsylvania, and this is also an X10 slimline. This one is steel string, and it's a candy stripe Paducah on top, and I love the way the coloration is in this and the positioning of the veneer. Really beautiful. So it's got this beautiful red center, and I really like how it actually just wraps up around here with the brown, just leaving the red in the middle. So really great choice of coloration and positioning on that piece of veneer. Inlay here is the Celtic knots finished in gold, and it's got the perfect combination on this. It's got the vibrant red back and sides. I think that works so well with that coloration on the top. Just got that vibrant red, and it just really catches that beautiful iridescent red on the top. So you just see how it wraps around. Pickup system in this one is it's got the 6 graph-type piezo's here, and we've got 2 volume controls here, which tells me that we've also got the K&K Pure Minis inside. So really nice blend pickup system, very nice and subtle. 2 small little thumb wheels here for the volume controls, and a very versatile pickup. So it's definitely a great looking instrument. So I missed doing these. I really have missed seeing that selection of guitars all together at the end of a week. It's something I really enjoy doing, and it's, you know, you walk around the factory, you're seeing them in all their different you know, stages, but just seeing them all as finished pieces, all nicely polished, all nicely presented, it's definitely it's a very rewarding time of the week. So so this is going to Barry in Monaghan here in Ireland. So it's going just about, I guess, about an hour and a half up the road from us here. And this is an X20. The veneer on here is Pau Ferro, and really nice piece of Pau Ferro here presented with this really nice little light strip that runs down the center. Just adds a lot of drama to the top. The black coloration that runs through it again is almost jet black, so it just really nicely unifies with the black fade around the sides. Again, the vines with leaves done on white here. Back and sides on this is amber, and it's got an Eller Bags element pickup system on that. So yeah, really beautiful. So the X20 is kind of like our main centerpiece in our acoustic lineup. It's a dreadnought size, very versatile, and it's been our most popular guitar for a long time now. So this one's going out to Andrew in Arizona, also another X20, and this one's black quilted maple. And I love the pattern on this. It's got a, see, the thing about when we dye or quilted maple depends how the dye penetrates into the wood. So every piece of wood's different, and what it'll have is different areas that soak up the dye in a little bit different ways than others. So this one has all these lines that run through it that are just that little bit harder and just don't really pick up the color in the same way, and they come out light. And so it's just got this really nice pattern of light highlights that are running through it, as well as that really nice quilting that has that beautiful holographic movement to it. So yeah, it's got a really nice pattern, and that's one of those things that you really don't know until you finished it and sanded it, and but it's what makes every one entirely unique and very beautiful. So black quilted maple, black carbon back and sides. It's got all the black hardware, black quilted maple on the headstock, and it's got the Eller Bags, or sorry, not the Eller Bags, the High Vibe smart guitar pickup system here as well. So yeah, that's really nice. So from Arizona, we're going back to Wales, to David in Pembroke, and this is an X20 with redwood burl, and redwood burl has this beautiful patterning on the top. Whenever we book match it, we get these really interesting patterns. It's almost like a kaleidoscope, and that's a really good example of it. So it's a really nice tight burl kind of running on through the center, and then and getting lighter up there. So it's got a really nice pattern and how it presents. Celtic knots on the fretboard here, gold Celtic knots, and red carbon back and sides on this one. And I think that yeah, that goes very nicely with the redwood burl, and again with the high vibe. High vibes are very popular over the last while, as you'll see on the shipping videos. We had a little bit of a batch coming through here, so a lot of high vibes this week. Then we've got George in Idaho. So George, I'm going to be in Idaho in the end of May. I'm going for my nephew's wedding, so I'm not sure what part of Idaho you're in, but yeah, I love that area, love Idaho. So again, another X20, another redwood burl, and you can see just how different this is in pattern to the other one. Everyone's unique, it's like a fingerprint, unique patterns, and this one's kind of got a little bit less burl, but more, you know, coloration patterns and bigger patterns going on here. Really nice little section here. It's like almost like a little rosette just running down the bottom here. And again, the vines with leaves in gold on the fretboard, and red carbon back and sides, and again with a high vibe. So then we're going to Belgium. So Jonathan in Belgium has gone for the X20 7-string. And the X27 string is the one guitar we do in fan frets, 27 inches on the bass side, 25.5 on the treble side, and that just gives you a really nice extra tension and definition here on the low B. So it's got a low B, and so B, E, A, D, G, B, E. So yeah, just the extra low B here, and so it's yeah, very versatile instrument. If you're looking to extend your range a little bit more, then a 7-string is a nice choice. Not a lot of them out there in the market, but we've loved building our 7-strings over the years. And there's something about it on a black carbon 7-string. I always really like the black carbon and the 7-string fan fret. Pickup system in this is the Graphtec piezos mixed with the K&K Pure Minis inside. So it's got the 2 volume controls right here, and it's got that stereo output. Black carbon back and sides as well, and black hardware. Just gives it that really nice stealthy look. So from X20s we're going to a wall of Virtuos. So we were looking earlier at the X10 Slimlines, and the Virtuo is made out of the same body. So that same slim body size, but it's really more aimed towards being an electric guitar. So it's a guitar that we say has the acoustic body and electric soul, and that's really what it's all about. It has this acoustic body that projects, but really we've aimed it at the plugged-in sound. So we've given it 2 Fishman Fluence humbuckers, gives it that really versatile electric sound, and then you can blend that with the acoustic sounds and the piezos here, or with MIDI sounds as well, with the MIDI connectivity. So very, very versatile guitar. Some beautiful sounds when you start to blend them together, and really it's a very, very creative tool. So this one's finished in green quilted maple. So it's quilted maple with a transparent green over the top. The back and sides is the vibrant green, again with that transparent green. It's got the gold hardware, and you might see a theme going on here. We've got little shamrocks here on the inlays on the fretboard. So it's very much an Irish theme, and I think it's beautifully executed. So the green, white and gold on that Virtuo. Yeah, I love how that finished. So we should have had that one out maybe a couple of weeks ago for St. Patrick's Day, but it definitely stands out. So it's a very Irish emerald right there. So that's going to Sean in Arizona. So good Irish name there, Sean. Hopefully you'll find that guitar as beautiful as it is. So we're going then to New York, to Darlene, and this is an X10, a Virtuo with Royal Ebony. Let's have a look at the other Royal Ebony. I think those two sit very nicely side by side. So this is the nylon X10 slimline, and this is the steel string Virtuo. So two very similar looking guitars, and two very different in terms of how they play. So Royal Ebony on the veneer, black hardware, same pickup system as we talked about for the previous one. The inlays on the fretboard are the gold Celtic knots, and black carbon back and sides. Let's just have a look at that. Lovely. So down to the last two. Okay, so I'm going to try this again. I've had to do about 10 stops through this video with my throat going to take drinks. So if you see it looking a little bit choppy and changing, you know why. But so this is going out to Lewis in Germany, and this is finished in green carbon. It's got the black hardware and a green carbon back and sides. So so we don't do a lot of we don't have a lot of the carbon finished guitars in this week's shipping video, but the carbon is always beautiful in its own right, and gives you that really nice holographic look that carbon has. It's just got so much depth and dimension, and just as the light catches it, it's a darker green, but as the light catches it, it really glows. And I think that's what's nice about the carbon colors. They don't really have a set color. It's very dependent on the light that penetrates and shines on it, and keeps it interesting. Last one we have this week is going out to Mark in Kentucky, and this is another beautiful Virtuo to finish with, finished in Paul Ferro veneer, the darker brown Paul Ferro, and with chrome hardware on this one, which offers a really nice contrast, and then silver inlay on the fretboards, the vine with leaves. Again, chrome hardware on the headstock, the Go.Donegal 510s, and an amber back and sides. So, so that's a beautiful Virtuo to finish with, and that's been a really nice selection of guitars. Definitely have struggled this week, so thanks for bearing with me. It's been hard to talk, but hopefully you've enjoyed it. We're going to leave you with a little slideshow of the guitars that sold from our stock this past week. But wherever you are in the world, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for supporting Stephen when he did the last shipping video. He did a great job, and thanks for all the nice comments about that. So hopefully I'm going to feel a whole lot better after my little week's break, and get back and do these a little bit more often, and a little bit better maybe for you in the future. So wherever you are, have a great Easter, and we'll see you again very soon.